Stacking chips, building a dynasty for 2028 Las Vegas. It started in 72. It has the same type of feel. Hold the phone, Boston. Your playoff hopes just took a massive hit at the hand of the A's. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney, one name, all passion. Been an A's fan for over 40 years, and I've seen it all. I've seen Ricky run wild. I've seen the Bash brothers hit nukes. I've seen the big three absolutely deal. And today, I saw the A's just go into Boston and take 2 of 3 and play the role of spoilers to perfection. We're stacking chips. We're building a dynasty for 2028 now, but we are making noise now. We're crushing dreams. And we are beginning to be the envy of all of Major League Baseball with a young crop of kids that is playing some ball. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it now. Wherever you are following the show. And if you can, go to Podday, Apple Podcasts. Give me a 5-star review. It does help. This episode is brought to you in part by 5 Hour Energy. Enough with boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5 Hour Energy shots. Go to 5hourenergy.com or Amazon today. Spoilers and dream crushers. The A's took on the Boston Red Sox at Fenway. And do what they do. They crushed Boston's playoff dreams with a 5-3 massive win. Well, they didn't completely crush them, but they definitely put a dent into them. You heard that right. The A's walked into Fenway and played spoiler with style. I mean, when we talk about spoiler roles, we're talking about the A's as of late. Cincinnati last week. Boston this week. It was a thrilling game. It sure was, man. It was a thrilling game to watch. The Red Sox were fighting for their postseason lives, and the A's said, not so fast. This game had everything. Big bombs, clutch pitching, and of course, a few heart-stopping moments that had us all on the edge of our seats. Top of the first. We've already seen some fireworks. Lawrence Butler, man. Lawrence Butler, when he's in that leadoff spot and he can produce, it's a different offense. And he started it off today right off the monster, leading off with a double. And then Brent Rooker, boom, launches a missile over the monster. A's up 2-0. His 30th of the year. It didn't stop there. Nick Kurtz with a rocket of his own. 113.7 off the bat, a double to right. Soderstrom continues to be rock solid and consistent, comes through with an RBI single to left. The kid is just hitting the ball where it is pitched, not trying to do too much. Tyler Soderstrom has matured so much this whole year and has become so good of a hitter. The A's were filing on all cylinders, putting the pressure on the Red Sox. From the very first pitch, you could see the momentum shift. It felt like the A's had Boston on the ropes early, but hey, The Red Sox didn't go down without a fight. Trevor Story made it 3-1 with the heads-up tag up and the score on a shallow fly ball to right field. It was a little sloppy, I thought. I couldn't help but notice J.J. Bleday didn't make the play with any type of urgency. And a shallow fly ball that I don't think Bleday thought Story was going to tag, he did. And Story just beat the throw. Regardless, the A's held on tight. How about JT Ginn? JT Ginn started off awful. Everything he was throwing over the plate, right in the middle, was getting hit and getting hit hard. Has been a rough season for Ginn. But he got through 6 innings, 98 pitches. He gave up just 2 runs. Those 2 runs in the first 2 innings. That second inning, he gave up a solo bomb to David Hamilton. But after that, man, he settled in. He gave the A's unbelievable innings. Oh, it was a real gut check performance for Ginn. Give him some credit, man. How about the A's defense? Remember the ridiculous play Jacob Wilson made in the 8th? It was a blooper to center field. He goes to center field over the shoulder catch. Unreal. I thought the ball was going to drop for a hit for sure. And Wilson just made an incredible play. 7th inning. Butler, again, singles, steals second on a 1-2 count to Rooker. And then Boston definitely helped us out, that's for sure. Trevor Story, second throwing error of the game that let Butler score 5-2. And even though Story hit the solo bomb in the 8th to make it 5-3, you can't say enough about Michael Kelly. Hogan Harris, 2 innings. Unbelievable. Final score 5-3, A's spoiling the Red Sox playoff chances and sending them home with a tough loss. Honestly, I think A's fans should be pretty excited about how this team is playing. It was a total team effort. It has been a total team effort. From the offensive fireworks early to the shutdown pitching later, this was a performance full of heart, grit, and a whole lot of attitude. The A's showed they can play spoiler and did it with flair. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty pumped. I am pumped after this win. I am pumped after this series win. You talk about a statement game. What do you guys got? R.D. Moss, great game today. We had several chances to drop the ball, and we did it 100% right. It is a tease for 2026. Jesus, happy Thursday to you, my friend. Chuck, yes. Another bonehead lineup by Kotze putting Bleday, and I mean, he got to give him a shot here. He has to give him a shot, though, Bill. You know what I mean? You're just not going to sit him on the bench all day long. You have to give him a shot to play. It was the first at-bats Gelof's gotten all series long. It was the first start Bleday's gotten all series long. His first start, second at-bats of the series. So, Nick, Gelof still sucks. I can't, you know what? I have a hard time ragging on Gelof just because you know the kid's going through it right now. I mean, you know the kid's going through it. Andrew, the GOAT. Athletics are trash. Red Sox should be able to sweep them. Hey, Andrew, the A's are not going to the playoffs, right? Red Sox probably are. Red Sox got a lot to fix, Andrew, the GOAT. They're a bad ball club right now. I mean, Trevor Story's errors, they're a bad hitting club. They're a bad pitching club. They're a bad bullpen club. What's one thing the Red Sox do except choke? The Red Sox are more arrogant than they are good. They overlooked the A's. And they got beat up for it. They got punched in the mouth. You could be right. Hey, athletics may be trash over the whole year, sure. And Red Sox are going to the playoffs. But this weekend, the Red Sox showed what an arrogant team they were. They showed they're really not that good of a team. And sure, they're probably going to sneak in the playoffs. But they're a bad, bad ball club on both sides, hitting and fielding. Thank you, Trevor Story. Thank you, Andrew the GOAT. Good game. Hopefully they have seen enough from Gelof so we don't have to deal with him next year. Sam Boy. I understand Bleday because he had good numbers off Bella, 2 homers, etc. But Gelof just, you got to play him eventually, Terashan. If you bring him up, you got to play him. You got to give him a shot. I have an unnatural dislike of Red Sox. I think it's a Boston thing. It might be. Andrew the GOAT just showed that. Nick L., we need a better backup catcher. Willie's not hitting. Who else do you get though, Nick? I mean, Willie isn't hitting. Granted, he isn't. But Andrew, I adjust everything. Enjoy missing the playoffs. You a trash athletic A's. Andrew the GOAT, you're an athletic A's team is trash. That a boy, Andrew the GOAT. That's not nice. You're lucky the Red Sox have injuries this year. They're going to have injuries in October if they get there. I mean, what a collapse that would be. Injuries this year because Red Sox have swept you both times. You guys are not a good. If we're not a good baseball team, what's that make the Red Sox, Andrew the GOAT? Let's talk about that. Hey, listen, 9 games left. 9 games left. Couple things. What do you guys want to see on the final 9? We got Pittsburgh. We got Houston. We got KC. What do you want to see in the final 9? Secondly, with this run the A's have made, could anything have been changed earlier in the season? Could anything have been changed earlier in the season? Think about that. I'll see you in a minute. This episode is brought to you by Zippix Toothpicks. Whether you are looking for nicotine satisfaction or an energy boost, Zippix has you covered with their nicotine and caffeine infused toothpicks. For nicotine users, Zippix provides a discreet way to satisfy cravings in the hand-to-mouth habit without vaping or smoking. Zippix can be a helpful tool as you work to reduce your dependence on vaping. Available in 6 great flavors with 2 milligram and 3 milligram nicotine options. And if you need energy without the crash, their caffeine toothpicks are a game changer. I have used the caffeine toothpicks before, big meetings and long drives. They give me energy without the jitters. And the flavors like peppermint watermelon ice actually taste great. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com. Use code LOCKEDON for 10% off your first order. Must be 21 years or older to order. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's zippixtoothpicks.com. Promo code LOCKEDON. Zip more, smoke less with Zippix Toothpicks. Teroshian, Ginn showing a lot of maturity. Hey, you said it right there. I mean, you talk about a kid growing up in front of our eyes. He struggled for most of the year. He's given up the big runs, the big hits, the big innings, etc. And for him to bear down on such a daunted Red Sox lineup, I mean, how do we get through guys like Jarren Duran and David Hamilton and everybody and Alex Bregman? They're a huge sign. Free agent. How do we beat guys like that? We don't even have a hometown. We don't play in a major league ballpark. How do the little old A's go into Fenway Park and play the role of Dream Crusher? I don't know. I don't know how we did it. What's up, Mr. Boney? Big baseball fan of the Houston Astros. Big series win against Texas, I believe. No, Jackson? Love and enjoy your videos. Thank you so much. And hoping Mr. Kurtz will win AL Rookie of the Year. I think he has that wrapped up, Jackson. I can't imagine anybody else competing with it. But thanks, man. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for coming by, man. Much appreciated. A lucky win for the athletic trash cans. Andrew's full of good ones today. Angelo, learn proper English. Right. Jackson McGinnis, good luck in the playoffs. Just make sure the freaking Yankees or Red Sox are knocked out. They may be. Andrew the GOAT again. Maybe the Red Sox should fire their manager because he's the problem. There you go, Andrew the GOAT. Blame the front office. Blame the management. Blame the other guys. This one feels good, man. Kosher Dave. Happy Booney. Happy Thursday. Delivering the mail and enjoying athletics baseball. Kosher Dave. Appreciate you always cruising by. How are you, my friend? I hope all is well, man. The Red Sox overpay everyone. I mean, at least get a player out of it. No TP? At least maybe Larry Walker from back in the day when he was with the old Expos, huh? Maybe a Larry Walker Expos or an Andres Galarraga. Hey, how about old Timmy Raines in the Expos? Some players right there. Cora definitely underestimated the A's by pull. Yes, that was dumb. Early is the real deal, dude. I mean, early is just filthy, man. You talk a fastball that goes 97, 98. That's the one thing I can see with the Red Sox, though, if Cora manages the pitching correctly. If you have a 1-2 punch like Crochet and like Early, I don't know if they have that third guy, right? I'm not sold on Giolito, and I'm not sold on Bello. But Crochet and Early, I don't know how you're going to hit those two guys. I mean, those two guys are just filth. Ridiculous. Andrew, the A's are dead Sox will end up with the same number of series. Bobby, go A's. Got to feel good about these kids. We just really messed up the Red Sox season. I hope we did. We'll see if the A's can, Red Sox can bounce back. I don't know. Red Sox won't make playoffs. I'm calling it now. Really hard to get excited about these wins. I hear you, Master. I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from, right? It's kind of like, it's not the same how I felt in July and August last year when the A's had an incredible second half. I was really excited about those wins. And I have even more of a feeling this year, and I've said it on many of occasions. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? When you play baseball without any expectations, it's a different feel than when you're 0-0 and going after that playoff spot. So I hear what you're saying. It's nice to still play games, Master. I guess where I'm coming from is it's still nice to play games that are meaningful. Going into Fenway, taking 2 of 3, seeing things the team has improved on and gotten better at, I think is where my excitement comes from. As far as your point of view, Master, I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Kershaw's retired. I saw that, Billy. Hernandez battles in as at bats, doesn't he, Jesus? Every time. Every time he battles. He does, man. Salty Tom, good to see you, brother. I'm glad Butler is back. I don't like his case on base percentage for leadoff, but he is part of a locked-in core of Wilson, Kurtz, Rooker, Soderstrom. Yes, and what we saw today, Salty, was when Butler is able to make contact, when he is able to get on base. He did it twice today, and they both were huge runs. He gets innings going. He makes things happen. He brings life to the offense. When we have a good Lawrence Butler, this offense is at a different level. But I agree with you on K's, man. I agree with you on K's today. He struck out twice in his season Ks, 175 Ks. 175 and 544 at bats. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. For a guy who hits 21 bombs. It's a lot of Ks. Hopefully we can knock the Astros out of the playoffs. Let's just keep winning games. I'm interested to see how the A's respond when they go to Pittsburgh, right? You come off such a big series win against the Red Sox. There's going to be a little bit of a down toll. And the Pirates are a team that you should be taking care of business against. It should be interesting on how we come out and play against the Pirates. I mean, we legitimately have our 3 best starters going. We have Severino, Springs, and Morales. Let's take care of business against the Pirates like we should. Remember, A's almost got swept by the Red Sox at home. Jesus, this whole season's a bunch of maybes and almost. That's baseball, right? I mean, I don't know if we almost got swept. We were pretty much in control that whole game, Jesus. We almost gave that game 3 away. It wasn't like we stole that game. So, I don't know. I wouldn't quite agree with you on that one, but I get what you're saying. Basketball, I could give you 2. You know what about Red Sox postseason? I could give you 2, Not sure what you mean. Add in DeVries, Muncy, and Clark to that lineup. A's are going to hit for years. Salty, we'll see when DeVries is ready. He sure has looked really good his last few weeks in AA. Let's not forget Jamie Arnold. I got an episode, a show on Monday, 100% dedicated to Jamie Arnold and what this kid's about. That's going to be a fun one. Make sure you tune in to that. Terrashawn, we can definitely sweep the Astros. We played well against them, and I want one more crazy Kurtz series season. Yes. Billy, have you noticed the Reds have... not been playing Andujar? I have, Bill. I don't know why the A's did that as well. So the big thing with Andujar is he is dominant against left-handed pitching. Okay, great. But they sit him against right-handed pitching. He's better than half of lineups out there as a right hitter. Andujar is such a good hitter. I don't know why the Reds, I don't know why the A's did that. Andujar should be a guy that's in the lineup every single day. I love Miguel Andujar. I didn't mind keeping Miguel Andujar if he would have stayed in SAC. Could you imagine how deep our lineup would be if we had Miguel Andujar playing third base? And towards the end, when he played his games at third base, he looked good defensively. Me too, Angelo. Andujar is always a good hitter with the A's. He's always been a good hitter, period. He's been hampered by injuries, but he's always been good. We are not facing Skeens. We are not facing Skeens, Nick. When I come back, that reminds me, Andujar, if there's anything, what are things that I would have changed this year to make this year go better? It's hard to say now. Hindsight's 2020, but are there some things that I would have changed? And you nailed one of them. You nailed one of them, Bill and Angelo. And it's regarding Miguel Andujar. I'll see you guys in a minute. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks, the daily fantasy app where making the right call can actually pay off. You and I make decisions every single day. But on PrizePicks, being right means cashing in. With football back, PrizePicks is the simplest and fastest way to get in on the action. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and you could turn your takes into real prizes, all in less than 60 seconds. I've been playing PrizePicks lately, and it's such a fun way to stay locked in for the season. It's quick, easy, and honestly, my favorite way to follow along with football. I love checking projections like Josh Allen for more or less than 270 passing yards, or Saquon Barkley for more or less than 1 rushing touchdown. This week's max discounts include Patrick Mahomes on September 21st, over half a passing yard. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB for $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Caffeine just got a flavor upgrade. 5-hour energy shots deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee, plus B vitamins and nutrients with 0 sugar and 0 crashes. What I love most is how portable they are. Big taste, tiny shot. You can take it anywhere and get the boost when you need it. I always reach for my favorite flavor, pumpkin spice, because it's refreshing and gives me that quick lift before a busy day. I've been eyeing gingerbread snap as well. It sounds like the perfect one to try next. Honestly, I love how fast it kicks in and that it's sugar-free, so I don't have to worry about crashing later. Enough with boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5-hour energy shots. Get the favorites you love or be bold and try something new in store and online at www.5hourenergy.com or at Amazon today. Below the ticker you see down there is the new A's prospect ranking list. Nothing new. The only thing different is that Luis Morales is no longer considered a prospect. He's dropped out. Everybody has moved up a ranking. Big start today for our number 5 ranked prospect that we received in the Mason Miller trade, Braden Nett. He starts game 2 tonight in Midland and the playoff series there. I talked about that last time before Jump. Gage Jump went on the hill. Gage Jump struggled for 4 consecutive starts. And I said, hey, throw those starts out the window It's a playoff start. Let's see what he does. That's when it counts most. And Jump was unbelievable over 5 2/3 innings, I believe it was. And that's how I consider the start for Net tonight. Let's see what he could bring. It's a big start. I'm looking forward to watching that for sure. I believe we face Skeens on Sunday. Check that again, Bob. I don't believe that's accurate. I don't believe we, at least the projected starters I've seen. I've seen Keller, Bubba Chandler, and somebody else that was not Skeens. I want to see us take 2 or 3 from Pittsburgh to finish with a winning record on the road. Bobby, we can beat Skeens. He's a fastball pitcher, and we are hardcore fastball hitters. All we need are 3 runs to beat him because he gets no run support at all. 2 runs might need enough. I don't want to face him, but if he does, we do. Tereshon, yes, I think after Wilson was hit by a pitch, we kept playing him through the injury up into the All-Star game when we shouldn't have, and then in turn went on a slump. Should have put him on the IL earlier. True. But again, our big losing streak came in May. 2021, obviously, in May. Billy, extend Kurtz, Wilson, Sodi, and Shane. Re-sign Newcomb. I agree with you on all those. 100% agree with you on all those. You couldn't say it better. What's going on with the Vegas Stadium? Haven't kept up with the news. It looks like it's progressing gradually. We're starting to see it rise from the ground. It looks like it's on pace, Master. Haven't seen anything crazy. It looks like it's on pace to get done. But that's as far as what I've seen as of late. Looks like business as usual with regard to that. The one thing, hindsight's 2020, right? I would have liked to see a couple things. I would have liked to see our pitchers get the opportunity to go deeper in the game, kind of like Ginn did today, 98 pitches. I don't think we saw anybody go post 90 pitches in the first part of the year. Maybe there have been a few, but it was rare. I would have liked to see Mason Miller get more opportunities when there was opportunities to save games. As far as that, guys, I don't know. I mean, the big part of our year and guys we were counting on were guys like J.J. Bleday and Lawrence Butler. They haven't had good years. Butler's been great as of late. He's been really good, but, we'll see. Speaking of which, one guy I have been talking about, and here's something I have been right on, guys. Been talking about Hogan Harris since the beginning of time. Can be seen since the beginning of time, man. And he's starting to get his opportunity for the first time. He was filthy good last year, guys. This isn't anything new. And I'm glad he's getting an opportunity today with a two-winning save. Remarkable, especially after giving up the bomb to Story. He bounced back in that 9th. Awesome. Vegas ballpark and seen over the exterior around the project. Booney, Skeen, I don't care what he pitched, Bobby. I mean, I'm telling you, here, I'll check it right now. I'm telling you, Pittsburgh has announced their pitchers, and Skeens wasn't one of them. So whatever that means, and I'll tell you who they announced. They may change it, but as of right now, Friday is going to be Severino against Mitch Keller. Saturday is going to be Luis Morales against Bubba Chandler. That's a fun outing. And Sunday is Jeffrey Springs against Mike Burrows. So unless Pittsburgh is going to change who they have announced right now, Paul Skeens is not pitching according to the Pirates. Can that change? A lot of things can change. Should we have sent Butler down at some point this season? It's tough. I would like to say yes, but not after you sign him to an extension. I thought he was just going to fight through it. I don't know, man. It's a tough call. Skeens is not pitching according to what Pittsburgh has announced. It is Burrows on Sunday. Mike Burrows. Now, may they change that? Mike Burrows on Sunday. Pittsburgh has announced that. The A's have announced theirs. Can that change? Yes. But right now, no. Thoughts on Zane Taylor? Love him, Bill. Love him. Love Zane Taylor out of Coastal Carolina, is it? I forget which college he went to exactly. Love Zane Taylor. Think he's filthy. Think he's the most underrated draft pick the A's could have gotten. Love Zane Taylor. Think he's going to be as good as anybody in the coming years. Thought that was a steal. Burrows is solid. I've seen the Pirates play a few times, and man, their hitters are terrible. Best guys are Pham and McCutchen, and O'Neal Cruz can always get you. But yeah, I mean, maybe they're shutting down Skeens for the year. Interesting. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. And again, I don't know. And maybe they might just pull Burrows and have Skeens, or it might be a situation where, like, hey, they're giving him additional days rest and have him go one more time during the year after that game. Not sure. But again, that's what I saw. Fun win, guys. Fun win. I hear a little bit what Master Ball's saying. At some point, we look at these games and they can become meaningless to a certain point. It's like, hey, we're not playing for anything. It does suck, but it is what it is. I can't help but not being entertained by the games. You feel what you feel. We're 72-81. We have 9 games left. Do I think back and look, hey, how things could have been? Yeah. Yeah, I do. There was a lot of hype. I was probably one of the only ones that picked the A's to win the West. I wasn't far off, that's for sure. It just wasn't in the cards. It just wasn't in the cards. And yeah, I'm still cautiously optimistic for next year. Just because playing games that matter versus games that don't. So, and that stretch we went into was scary. I feel like we're a better team. I feel like we're a different team. But anyway, it is what it is. Can we talk about Skeens? Yes, you got it, RD. But we are definitely still playing for something. Our young players this year is a growing step for them. Yeah, I mean, no question. It is a huge series as far as growing, right? But at the end of the day, we have one goal, and that's to get to the playoffs. And I still feel that this team, the 2025 team, was good enough. I really believe that. I mean, you look at how good we've been defensively over the last, month, 2 months, second half of the season, compared to what we did in the first half. We weren't a together team in that first half. We weren't a team that cared for each other. And it seems like that's changed lately. And you hear me often talk about culture. And that's one big thing that has changed. I wish the culture of this team was better. It's one thing I could change. I wish leadership was better. I'm not going to back off that point for one bit. And yeah. I wonder if the team will use lava for Las Vegas A's. Interesting. No idea. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys coming through. What a great win. What a great series. A lot of fun. Appreciate you guys as always. And thanks again. I should be back tomorrow. Late night. Probably. Maybe. And again, Monday, Jamie Arnold. Episode on Jamie Arnold at noon. High noon. Cheers to you, TP. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen every day. For your second listen, find the all-night Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night until a World Series champion is crowned. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts.